In this video, I'm going to be building the best possible team for 500,000 MT right now in NBA 2K25 Myteam. I feel like this is always the perfect amount to build a squad with. I feel like this is very obtainable for the majority of the player base, but also like a good amount of MT where you can actually make a really good squad with 500,000 MT. And if you guys want to watch my cheaper squad builders, I do have the best team for 250k that I posted yesterday. And then I think a couple days ago, I did post the best team for under 100,000 MT. So if you guys want to go check out those videos, make sure to go check them out as well if you want to build a team for less amount of MT than 500k. And also guys, with these type of squads, I also want you guys to include your free cards in these lineups, or if you have unauctionable, good dark matters or good unauctionable cards, make sure you're using those cards as well. Like if you grinded for dark matter Jason Kidd in the Signature Series Festival, use this card at the point guard position. Or if you hit level 40 this season and you have the Tim Duncan, whether it's the pro pass or whether it's the free version, use your free cards, use cards that you guys also like in these squads. I don't think you guys have to build this team player for player, but I just want to give you guys kind of a guideline and a baseline of the team I would build with 500,000 MT. So at the starting point guard position is going to be Diamond Delano Banton, and you guys might be surprised, 500,000 MT to spend, and our first player is going to be 3,000 MT. I just think this card is really good. I mean, we're going to have expensive players on this squad, but like, I think he's seriously amazing. He's 6'8" at point guard, 6'10" wingspan. The thing I love about this card, I always say it, the speed. He feels extremely fast in game with 95 speed with ball, and he's actually got a really good jump shot. I genuinely like this release. I'm not just saying that because he's a 6'8" point guard, and I feel like usually when a player is taller at the point guard position, sometimes people would just be like, oh yeah, they have a good jump shot or it's a usable jump shot, but this card's really good because of their height. I think this card would be good if he was 6'5" or 6'6". I genuinely like his release. I think his dribble sigs are solid, and I think his defense is actually not that bad at the point guard position. So yeah, Delano Banton is based off his height, but I still think he's really good in this game for 3,000 MT. Now, our starting shooting guard is also going to be really cheap, and you guys are probably wondering, is this a 50k MT squad builder or a 500k squad builder? And trust me, we're going to get to the expensive cards here in a second, but like, for example, again with Roko, 5,000 MT, and you get a 6'9" shooting guard, 7'2" wingspan, who's going to give you exceptional defense. 96 steal, 96 perimeter, 90 block, 95 interior defense. What else could you really ask for on the defensive side of the ball, for a card that's 5,000 MT? And if you guys see our starting small forward, who's going to be the Pink Diamond Michael Beasley, we don't really need much offense besides Beasley. Like Delano Banton, he can be our secondary ball handler. Roko's just going to be a spot up in the corner because we have Michael Beasley. And seriously, you can just run your entire offense through this Beasley card, and it realistically does not matter. He's 6'9" at small forward, 7-foot wingspan. His jump shot is so good. Seriously, one of my favorite releases in this game. I'm going to go out on a limb and say it probably is my favorite release in this entire game. His fade is also really good. I like his dribble sigs. His movement feels really good. He has a great snatchback animation. I mean, I don't know what else there is not to love about this card for 50k MT. Maybe a little bit more expensive when you guys are seeing this video, maybe 60k at the most, but you can realistically get this card for around 50,000 MT, and I think he is 1000% worth it. Now, at starting power forward, I have fallen in love with this Galaxy Football Miles Turner card. I feel like he's the perfect power forward in this game for his price. He's only 70k, and tell me what Miles Turner does wrong. He's 6'11" at power forward, 7'4" wingspan. His defense is off the charts amazing. Really good Hall of Fame defensive badges. His jump shot is great. He's got a really quick but easy to time jump shot. I mean, maybe his sigs could be better, but like, if you're expecting your power forward to be able to move, you're going to want to grind to get that pro pass Tim Duncan, because there's not many power forwards in this game that actually have good movement and good dribble sigs. I guess Miles Turner could be faster, only has 88 speed, but I've never really noticed that to be too big of an issue with Miles Turner. And for 70k, you just get a complete power forward that realistically does everything on the floor at a very high level. And then guys, to round out the starting lineup for the best team for 500k, you guys know who it's going to be. It's going to be Pink Diamond Wemby. This card realistically goes for no more for a base version for like 125. Now, what I would probably recommend doing is, if you guys are going to buy Pink Diamond Wemby, I would probably try to buy a sort of souped up version. It doesn't even have to be legend badges, but maybe try to get one with like 25 Hall of Fame badges for 150k, right? Or maybe try to get one with like 5 legend badges and 20 Hall of Fames for like 175k or something like that. Like maybe pay a little bit extra MT out of pocket, and I think I've kind of left a little bit of wiggle room for that if you guys wanted to get a souped up version of Wemby, because yes, he only has nine Hall of Fame badges, 11 on gold. So getting the more badges is going to be really beneficial to this card's play, but I still think Wemby as a base card is so amazing for his price. His jump shot's uncontestable. I seriously think Wemby's like the most must-have card in this game, unless you have like the Yao Mings and the Zach Eddies or the Kareems of the world, the Will Chamberlains, unless you have the top tier cards in this game, which I would assume if you're clicking on this video, you probably don't. I just don't expect anybody to not go get Victor Wembanyama if you don't have one of those top tier centers, because he is just so valuable at the center position because of his jump shot and just because how good of a defense he plays on the interior. Now on our bench, guys, we honestly might have a better bench all the way around than our starting lineup, because our starting lineup is mainly Michael Beasley, mainly Victor Wembanyama. You know, Miles Turner's really good for his price. You know, obviously Delano Banton and Rocco are really good, but you can make a legit argument that our bench is better. Dyson Daniels, backup point guard, he probably is a better point guard than Delano Banton. You guys will see why I have him coming off the bench here in a second. 6'7" point guard, 6'11" wingspan, another really good defensive card just like Rocco, but Dyson Daniels probably even better. 99 steal, 97 perimeter, 92 block, 90 interior defense, tons of really good Hall of Fame defensive badges. He's an absolute lockdown defender for like 30,000 MT at the most. Realistically, could get this card for 25k if you wanted to. But Dyson Daniels is such a good backup point guard. Now backup shooting guard, again, you could also make an argument that this card is better than Robert Covington, and I think overall as a card he's better than Rocco. But the reason why I have him coming off the bench is I don't want to have too much offense on the starting lineup and then not have enough offense off the bench. So for example, right, we have a lot of offense on this starting lineup, but what would happen if, you know, our backup small forward is just going to be Jonathan Bender, right? Because I'm trying to save some MT to obviously upgrade at different positions. So it's like, yeah, I could go with this, but then I don't really have much offense off the bench. So I want to have offense on my starting lineup with Beasley, and I think I have enough with Beasley, with Rocco, you know, Banton, Wemby, Miles Turner, that I like this backup three, because we're going to have good defense with cards like Dyson Daniels, and Bender can be a good defender because he's 7 foot at small forward, but we're also going to have enough shot creation with Dr. J. Bender can be that secondary ball handler. Even Dyson is not a bad scorer. So I do think this is a really good 1-2-3 punch. And that's why I kind of have the lineup like this. I mean, if I want to make the best 5 possible, you know, maybe you want to use this as your closing lineup, which I could understand. Like, let's say there's 2 minutes left in the game and it's a tie game. Who are the 5 cards you want to put out there? You probably want to start Dyson, Dr. J, Beasley, Miles Turner, Victor Wembanyama. I could understand that, but I think for the actual balance of the lineups, it's smarter to do this in my personal opinion. Now, backup power forward is going to be Gali Dino Raja. Again, you could argue better than Miles Turner. For me, I think Miles Turner is the better defensive card, and I also think he has the better jump shot. That mostly comes down to preference when it comes to the release, but both of these cards at the power forward position are top tier, and Dino Raja is about 50,000 MT, Jonathan Bender is about 15k, and then Dr. J is about 30,000 MT, depending when the market is up or depending when the market is obviously down after the super packs do drop. And then guys, the last position of the team here, feel like you could go a lot of different ways. You could go with a Kel'el Ware. I think that would be a really good choice at the center position. You could go for a Pink Diamond Porzingis. You can even go for a Pink Diamond Eddie Curry. So I can almost leave that last position up to you guys because there's so many different choices to go with. I think for me, I honestly really like Kel'el Ware. The more that I've used Kel'el Ware, I really like this card at the center position. I feel like his versatility on defense is huge. He blocks a lot of shots. He plays really good defense. I'm going to go Kel'el Ware, but again, I think you can go Pink Diamond Porzingis. You can go Pink Diamond Eddie Curry. Really comes down to your guys' choice. Now, this team, I think, costs a little bit less than 500k. And again, trying to give you guys that wiggle room to do what you guys want. I think if you want to spend more MT, honestly, I would get Trevor Booker, dude. I think you can afford this card, honestly. Like, if you're not getting a souped up 1B, let me just calculate the price, right? So we got 5,000 is 10,000. We have, let's just say 50k, because realistically you can get this card for 50,000 MT. That's going to be 60,000 MT, right? 70k for Miles Turner. Now you're looking at 130. Let's just say Wemby is 120k to make math easier. That is going to be 250k. You have Dyson Daniels here, who's, let's say 30,000 MT, that's 280. Let's say he's 330k, so that's 310. You know, he's like 80k, so that's 390. Like, you're able to afford this squad because you got Dino, that puts you to like 440, I believe. Yeah, like you have even MT wiggle room with Victor Wembanyama. So I'm gonna put Trevor Booker in this lineup. I think that actually makes sense. Like, this card's really good. I thought you'd have a lot less MT to spend, but I was looking at the team and I was thinking, I think we got some room for actually like a huge upgrade here. And Trevor Booker is really good, guys. His jump shot is amazing. He's got the Pro 2 fade, really good dribble stigs, and really good dribbling animations. He also plays extremely good defense. He's super well rounded. I think Trevor Booker is actually going to be like the main card off the bench. And I still think you can afford a souped up Wemby. I was trying to give some wiggle room so you guys could like go pay 175k or whatever you need to get Pink Diamond Wemby, but I still think you can do that with this type of squad and having Trevor Booker off the bench. So this is going to be the final squad that we rock out with, guys. Let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think about this team for 500k? I do think having Trevor Booker off the bench is going to make a huge difference on the offensive end to provide some huge shot creation alongside Dr. J. I mean, you could even start him over Michael Beasley if you wanted to, but I think Beasley's still probably a better card, and you guys can work around with this lineup. Like, you can start different cards. If you want to start Dyson, you can go ahead and do so. This is just how I personally would rock out with the squad, but hopefully you guys did find this video helpful, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.